Station, Texas. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams, and these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison. It is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. So Texas A&M's kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. On the run from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They reached a national championship game last year, couldn't quite get the job done. What challenges do you see them running into this year beyond the schedule?
And that motivated them all offseason. To be runner-ups, to watch somebody else celebrate and hold the trophy. You were so close, Jesse. New additions, new faces, but this squad is hungry.
That's the key. This coaching staff really took a deep dive into their roster, and they isolated the positions that they felt they needed to get better at, and they addressed that in high school recruiting and the portal. I'm expecting big things from them this year.
Mensah hauls it in. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. And the Hurricanes want to crank the tempo.
Well, when we talk Miami and their ability to throw it, it all starts and ends with Malachi Tony and what he did on some of the biggest stages a year ago as a true freshman, right? He just had that game-breaking speed. You just want to find ways to get this young player the football because he's a home run waiting to happen. They've got a lot of other talent surrounding him, but he is the focal point of their ability to throw him the rock.
And I can't tell you how impressed I was with him. And not just catching the football, not the short stuff, the long stuff, the blocking. Like, the consummate pro. That kid came in as a freshman and looked like he was a 21-year-old veteran. Like, I can't wait to watch his steps to see if he continues to grow and get better. Because the start was at a high level, as in one of the best in all of college football.
I like this call in plus territory. The punt would have to be so precise, might as well leave the offense out there on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Creates a little space. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Pringle. Got enough for the first. Got enough space. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Inside, it's Morrill. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the back. Might be calling a hot route. Reed. Makes the grab. It's Owens. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. They'll get this drive started from the 29. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. And you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. They want to throw it. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Canes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Makes the grab. It's Craver. Breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marked out of bounds at the 46. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Tight end now in motion. On the move, it's Owens. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. He's got it again. He's in open space down. There's a little room there. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Throwing, Mensah. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Finds his man. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
The Canes have their offense in high gear. Here's Mensah to throw. Here's a heat. And down he goes. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. A nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
Back to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Looking for his man in the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Mensa. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football, and this is exactly what you should do. Keep hunting. Keep chasing. They finally catch him. Get the big sack on 4th down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. With the catch, it's Craver, and they're able to get him down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
It'll be 3rd and long. Reed. Finds his man, turning it on, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Handoff to the single running back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. So Miami signals for a timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll keep it on the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Hurricanes will call their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Quick completion on the out route. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Canes want to move quickly. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Vaughn. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the NC State Wolfpack. And it's the Cavaliers getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Texas A&M's offense takes the field, ready to get this drive going.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on it and more attention to it.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Lofton. Out attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Not a lot the defense can do on that one, guys. With this tight end size, he's really difficult to defend on these crossing patterns as he gets downfield.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Throwing, Mensah. Lets it go. Makes the grab outside. It's Fletcher. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Running inside. It's Fletcher. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a 1st down on every single play they run.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you can see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
He'll throw it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Quarterback there just trying to go to his primary target, and they're just not on the same page.
3rd quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Here's Mensah to throw. It's complete to the left. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimum gain.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Mensah. Quickly complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
On the ground, it's Owens. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
They give it to the freshman, his first carry. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The run inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football, so he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down, they've got it at the 40.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
Maybe some room here. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They come to the line 3 yards away from the first down marker. They've converted twice on this drive. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get...
Beck's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Aggie.
And, man, that is exactly what you want your offense to do in the 4th quarter. Like, protect your lead, being able to put drives together, eat up clock, and score. Now, ball goes to the other side. Palmer, you better put this offense in fast forward. Down by a couple of possessions, you need some big plays.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time. You've got to score quickly, and then your defense has to be able to get the ball back for you, too. So you just put tons of pressure on the opponent with that long scoring drive to take a 2-possession lead. That could not have been executed any better.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. And the Canes in the hurry up.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Trying to make Matt intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
There's some room. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Aggies.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they want. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing, Mensah. Under fire. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. It's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Now from inside the red zone. Turns it loose. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Here's Mensah to throw. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels, and now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from in. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. All the way back to his 5-yard line. Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. It's the BYU Cougars and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fuller. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Throwing, Sellers. The sure hands, it's Clark. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. And the Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Gamecocks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
We knew this offense wanted to be aggressive, and on the very first drive of the game, they dial up the go route. They know they've got the speed. Outside, able to win one-on-one, and they didn't waste any time calling that play. Really nice job being aggressive early, and they cap it off with a score.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wasting no time taking a shot. Upstairs to make the catch. Rolled into enemy territory and all the way to the 44-yard line. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Defense wants to bring the heat. Looking for space. It's Martin. Might have a chance. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Now improvising. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Motion from the wideout. Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Off play action on 1st down. A little release to the back. And he's bounced out of bounds, but not before a very productive gain.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
The give to the left. Finds a little space. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Such a nice job in pass protection. You got the corner route there to the tight end. It's going to take the big fella a little while to get to that area of the field, so you got to build a nice pocket for the quarterback to throw from. And all 5 guys up front doing their job individually, working together in tandem beautifully. That's what really allowed that play to work.
And what a great job by defense getting penetration quickly, forcing the running back to get outside to try to make that thing go wide, which that's what you want as a defense. When they run the draw, they want you to run upfield, and you run right up the middle. Good job by the defense getting some penetration to throw off the running back.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
With the catch, it's Bennett. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Running inside, it's Fuller. Got a little grass. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game.
Snags it, and there's running room. Touchdown, South Carolina! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Such a nice job by the wide receiver there on the corner route. He did a nice job off of the stem, not telegraphing where he was going. The defender had no idea, and when he broke to the corner, he created a little bit of separation. It was an accurate throw. He made the catch and then took it into the end zone.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Trying to set up the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Great place to start for this offense. Using his legs, it's Fuller.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum. It plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Trying to escape and get it himself. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Throwing right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Sellers. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Got the back over the middle. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Pulls it in, it's Brown. Breaks attack, just keeps moving. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. But when you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up yards after the catch. That's exactly what you want from a great tight end.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. The run inside. It's Fuller. This defense makes a play, stopping him well short, and it'll be fourth down from the 24. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Escapes the pressure to his right. There he goes. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Finds his man, it's Bachmeier. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks, it's Bachmeier. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it down the field. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving out to the right. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that.
Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
Last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games, and you're seeing it potentially happen here. It was critical the offense was able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Sellers on the play action. Under fire. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those.
Makes the grab and room to run. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Well, they're going to try to get this guy the football as many ways as they can. You're going to see it, obviously, in the running game, but here doing a nice job in the pass game, too. Leaking him out of the backfield, working the right side of the field. That's a nice game by the offense.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
The play action fake. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Bringing the heat. What a job to lay out and make the catch. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. 2 incomplete passes caught out of bounds. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bachmeier. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the...
Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars!
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like, sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the 3rd. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
All even here in the 3rd quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. Here's Sellers to throw. Got his man. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. They'll try to run for it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover, good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
That's caught. It's Hunt. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The screen, and watch out! And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Throwing, Sellers. Makes the grab.
I think sometimes offensively you got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Sellers to the air again. Here comes the heat. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. There's a crease. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. To the air, it's Bachmeier. Gets it to him on the screen. Gain of about 4, sets up a 2nd and 6.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. The throw. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Running inside, it's Martin. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. Hey, no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. Touchdown, Cougars! They move on top here in the 4th. Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. He'll bring it out. It's Barber. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They go play action with Sellers. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's got some space. Pass to Tab. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the fourth. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. On the run, it's Martin. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. He'll take it on the return. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Got a man, it's Clark. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Gamecocks, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Sellers. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
You know, outbreaking routes can make some play callers nervous, but not this guy. When you have a quarterback that throws it on time and puts it out in front of his receiver like that, as a coordinator and play caller, you can call that route all day.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Sellers. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite.
Could be an outie. Picks up the first down. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle at the 17. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's Sellers to throw. Buys a little time. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going to take a shot. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. He's out of bounds after a nice pickup. Did not get the first down, but that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Working that left side now. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Throwing Sellers. Time to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, South Carolina. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
And you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.